In the
Butt?
What?
What?
How'd you know that?
the toothbrush butt, or
Okay, that's kind of. Wait, he said the toothbrush butt.
wait, is that? We're back.
We're
Podcast
back.
4.
Fourth podcast, guys. Today we have with us
Ethan
Patterson.
Patterson.
Did you?
What? There we go.
Never mind.
Drew. They know who
They know,
we are.
dude. You guys know who Drew is. If you've probably seen Ethan from the vlogs.
The cute one.
What'd you say?
The cute one.
Oh,
Oh, these chairs.
These chairs are like,
oh, it's gonna be like
I can't move. You just gotta stay still.
Okay. We have an audience today. Seth. There he is.
You can't see him, but he's roommates with
Yeah,
Ethan.
He's over there eating it.
Has he been in the
sausage
vlogs before?
salad.
Is it sausage?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay.
What'd you say?
Have you been in the vlogs before, Seth?
I'm not sure. We got a little taco salad actually.
All I know is he has a taco salad. So
What a sausage.
Before we
Oh.
get started,
there's taco in it, right?
So would you consider sausage like?
well, no, there's
Okay.
sausage.
Yeah, 'cause there's sausage,
Yeah,
whatever.
there's actual sausage.
There's sausage and it's like a taco shell or chips.
So
whatever.
Yeah, man. Whatever.
We're
dude.
talking about a series of topics today, guys, that consist of lifting, right? Our friendship, brotherhood, and our spring break this year, pre-COVID. So let's dive into the first topic: where and how we met each other. Start with Drew. Drew, how did you meet me, and how did you meet Ethan?
Okay, well, I met Evan before I met Ethan. We had a class together. We had a Pirates class together, and that was freshman year.
That was freshman year, yeah. I think was that first semester?
It was first semester freshman year.
You say pirate.
Pirates
it
of
was
the Caribbean.
basically the history of it was pretty. It was a fun class.
It was. I'm not gonna lie.
It was pretty cool. Cool people in there. You were in that class. What? I saw you at the gym one day.
Oh yeah.
You were at the gym. You had these big ear stud earrings. If I'm gonna be honest, I thought Evan was a total douche.
Nice.
No
I mean,
offense,
kind of.
Cool.
but
That's awesome.
I guess the way I grew up and like your persona, it just whatever, right?
Didn't fit Jody's description of a good man.
Yeah, kind of. You just
Do we explain who Jody is?
that's my mother.
Very nice woman.
Jody's the goat. That's all I can say.
She's a nice lady.
She's
But Evan, I basically walked up to Evan in the gym. I remember he was in my class. I was like, "Hey, look, dude, I need friends." So I asked him.
This is real.
He was like,
I-
"Lonely?"
I was like, I was like, he's lifting heavy weight. I could probably learn a thing from him or whatever in the gym. I like working out. He's in my class, so it kind of just went together. You know what I mean?
And then from there, next
then-
thing you know, we're living together,
Yeah, that's true. Before
shitting
that,
in the same bathroom and
we
using
were-
the same toothbrush.
we used to hang out in the
Butt?
What?
What?
How'd you know that?
the toothbrush butt, or
Okay, that's kind of. Wait, he said the toothbrush butt.
wait, is that?
He's
never
like, wait,
mind.
can you cut that part?
Yeah, dude, take that out for sure.
Yeah, thanks.
You're like trying to think slower now, so you don't fuck up.
Whatever. It doesn't even matter. I will say this though. I gave you a baker's dozen. It got what, like damn near 60,
do you-
65 views last podcast.
Oh
remember?
yeah. Drew was talking shit about the podcast, but now we have actual listeners, so
Yeah. So
it's crazy.
it's cool. And then
How'd you
how I
meet
met
Ethan? Yeah.
Ethan was through you.
Oh yeah, because me and Ethan used to hang out.
Yeah, I didn't really know Ethan at
in
first.
the dorm.
My first impression on you, again.
Was that second semester when you
Yeah,
met
that
him?
was second semester. That was the girls' room because I was never cool with any of them.
You just like popped up at random times.
Basically,
And, like,
and well, I will say my roommate at the time, Tyler. You guys, did you know each other sort of?
Me and Tyler.
Yeah.
I met him through my friend Noah, and then Noah. I
So,
didn't even know
yeah, I had
Tyler
a
went
mute-
to UIndy.
I had a
you guys grew
mutual
up in the same
friend.
spot though.
Me and Tyler.
In Indy, yeah. So like,
Tyler's like went to Perry. I went to like Center Grove, so I guess like similar area, not like exactly, but like similar. I never knew who he was until college.
But so no, I kind of had a mutual friend with Evan, and then with Eve. I would fuck that.
Eth.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
yeah,
bad, my
Let's
bad.
keep that, man.
Ethan. Evan was
beef.
my mutual friend.
God.
So, but I don't know. We kind of just clicked for like we both like working out. We both like had the same extra activities. Similar.
Basically, what happened is Drew tried to slide on me. I told him I wasn't into it. I didn't swing that way, and then we became friends because there was no other option.
Yeah.
So,
Long story short, yeah, that's what happened.
Be honest, did you like me when you first met me?
I didn't hate you, but I didn't like you. But you definitely grew on me.
Dude, when I
I'm
first met you,
the same
bro,
way. I like didn't like you at first.
I hated you. I thought you were like.
I like questioned your dominance. You were like mad
Did you?
in the girls' room.
No, the first time I met you was in the car when you were driving your freaking maxi pad. Oh, wasn't it?
No. Oh yeah, it was.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Yeah, that old boat piece of shit.
Dang, dude.
Was
Wait,
it
so
called?
what?
You were in like a black leather jacket or a bomber. I think it was the bomber
bomber?
jacket.
Oh,
I was like, fuck this guy, right? I knew the girls. I didn't know you, so I was like trying to be protective of the girls, and I was like, "What the
respect
fuck
that.
does this guy
Remember
think he's
meetups?
doing?" Yeah, with Adam.
Yeah.
Oh,
we said to each other. I low key after
were like-
that night. I was like, dude, that Evan guy, he's kind of like a douchebag.
Nice.
A lot.
nice.
And then the next time I met you, I like didn't give you a fair shot.
The
And
reason
I was like, all right, this seems pretty cool.
I was like talking a lot because we were at the end of the table. Like we were the only ones to like
We were,
talk
like,
to.
secluded.
The girls were like on the other side and separated by people I didn't know, so I had no other option but to
Yeah.
like
You had to talk.
go all in. Yeah, literally. So,
I guess what was your opinion on me
On
then?
you?
Or both of us? Did you already say Ethan or?
honestly,
I was a douchebag.
Okay, yeah.
first
Yeah,
time
that's what
I
forgot.
saw Drew, I saw the back of his head.
I used to have longer hair, in
yeah.
which a lot of people associate that with bigger douchebag.
Yeah.
A thumb. Well, that was when I used to have my head shaved. I would say one of the reasons why I keep my hair so long was because I was called a thumb in grade school.
It's stuck with him. He's
So I was
cursed
like,
for life.
I don't want to. So what did I do? I did.
I'm
the
never
exact
gonna be a thumb
opposite.
again.
Yeah,
And then
I
he just grew his
grew
hair out?
my hair out as long as I possibly could.
Is that why you're still growing it now?
Yeah, well, one of the main reasons I want to grow it out is so I can donate it.
Oh,
But
yeah?
With I mean,
Get the fuck out of here.
This is what he said last time.
I was.
He was like, nah, but I
He
just got
did.
a cut.
Swear
He said the same thing last time.
I was gonna
Last
donate
year,
it.
he's like, I'm going out and donating it.
I was.
I'm like,
Mind you, his
congrats.
hair was like
It was shoulder
like inches bigger though.
Yeah.
Like
inches bigger.
girthier
you love
too.
to see that.
Size matters.
Yeah.
Dang,
It's
dude.
like
No, it
content
doesn't.
sponsor us.
What?
No, it doesn't.
Let's not get into that right now.
Motion of the ocean. But
What else?
Wait,
Ethan, what did you think? Did you already say? What did you think?
Like I told Drew that I didn't like him.
yeah, it was kind of like the same.
It was
thing.
weird though because the only reason I didn't like you was because
You thought I was like,
he'd
Gay.
leave and go hang out with you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And so I was
yeah.
like,
We were
why
yeah.
don't like
We
why
all-
are you
yeah.
like going? You know what I'm saying?
It's like I will. Well,
because he was with me?
Well, like, cause like you wouldn't be able to hang out some nights, and it'd be because you were hanging out with them, and I'm so like,
Yeah.
and so like in
I-
my
You're
mind,
You're like
I was
shitty.
thinking like,
why doesn't he just come
why the
over
fuck
or
does he want
whatever?
to hang out with me, like
yeah,
with him?
and
You
that's
know what
like
I'm
the
saying?
same
Like,
thing
and
how I
so
was. Because it was like kind of two different parties. Like I said, I never
yeah,
really.
you had 2 clicks freshman year.
Yeah, you were pretty popular, dude.
No, you weren't. But-
No, I really wasn't. I lived
No,
at
you
home.
were.
right?
You
Yeah.
were because you like went all over campus shredding kings.com on everything, bro.
Swag. I'm not gonna lie.
They like sent out an email about you. They were like,
Yeah.
"Whoever's like writing on this, can you
They
stop?"
got
Because we put a lot of
mad.
effort
Oh,
into
yeah.
this.
did.
I
Yeah.
forgot.
They did.
You just put.
I had a apparel
virtual-
brand. Yeah.
And then you put swag as a discount
Swag.
code.
Yeah, everyone got mad. I had
Yeah.
an apparel brand like freshman year, and I used to like go to every whiteboard and everything and anything you could write on
Posters,
around campus.
anything,
And I would just
yeah.
Sharpie it, or not Sharpie it on the whiteboard, but like white, dry erase marker.
Basically,
And it would
whatever you had at the time.
Yeah.
You just fucking,
just done.
yeah.
So everyone knew me from that, but yeah, so it's basically crazy.
Yeah, freshman year was crazy.
Yeah,
dude.
it was wild.
Yeah.
So I don't know, we can move on from that. I think we covered all bases of that.
For sure.
All right. How do we all get into lifting? This kind of goes in sync with like knowing each other and meeting each other because
And becoming friends. Like,
yeah,
it's been a big
and
part
becoming
of,
friends,
like,
getting closer,
Yeah.
learning from each other,
for sure.
trust, all like literally everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's your podcast, bro. Why don't you start?
Yeah. How do you
I started freshman year of high school. And I started because I was skinny. I was an absolute stick, and I wanted to be bigger. And like, it's pretty much how everyone starts. You know, some people start sooner than later.
Or
they just want to get fat,
Yeah,
and
that's
they go
more
from
me.
fat to like
That's what I'm
skinny.
into.
He's like, that's more me. He's like 250.
No,
You weren't even
yeah.
like fat, dude.
Yeah, I know, but I was always, oh, Drew, he's the big kid, right? Like, I'm big, but I'm tall.
Yo,
you know?
body your ass.
I'm like, I don't know. Just a big ass teddy bear, to be honest. But
Yeah, they know me as a tall guy too.
Yeah. Ethan's like 6'8", if you guys didn't know.
if Ethan was 6'8", I swear,
Bro, I'd be on top of the world right
Be
now.
on
you
stilts.
would not be here. You would be playing like.
It'd be like different
D1
though, because you'd
basketball.
feel like if you were tall your whole life, it would be like whatever. Because
Yeah.
you'd be like Andrew.
Uh-huh.
But
Andrew's
if-
just
yeah,
like
if you went
tall.
from short.
If you just woke up one day and you were 6'8", yeah, you'd probably be like, "What up,
couldn't
bitches?"
walk.
You definitely have like two different like perspectives on life though, being tall and being short. Like
Oh, yeah,
it like definitely
100%.
affects the way your life goes, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Same thing
in
with
gym class, like you're not gonna look at the short kid and be like, "Oh, I want him on my
First
team,"
pick,
you know?
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Unless
It's
he has a
gonna be the
freaking
big,
boot for a
tally-
foot.
tall,
Yeah.
birthy motherfucker.
Birthy.
eighth grader that's
Birthy.
6'2" and he's
Yeah.
200 pounds.
Eighth
You're like,
grader, 6'2", 200,
Yeah.
lean.
Yeah.
Nah, I wasn't.
We're like not talking about lifting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Got
we got
sidetracked.
kind of off topic. Whatever. I started in high school freshman year. I was skinny, just like everybody else who was skinny or skinny fat. I would say like skinny fat.
Yeah, he was actually. Do you still have those pictures?
Fuck you,
on?
dude. I'm just kidding.
I'm just
yeah,
saying,
no,
like,
think about it. It was fucking fat as
You
shit.
you transformed yourself. You went from like a skinny fat to who you are now.
To shredded God.
Yeah, so it's a possibility.
Okay,
Everybody
maybe
can
not
do it.
shredded God, but
Yeah. It's true.
as close as I possibly can.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, through lifting, met a bunch of different people and just like went up from there. Progressed over the years, tips and tricks, and it's like lifting's not only like a fitness thing; it's more like it's like a lifestyle. It's the way you eat. It's a mental thing. It's also like freaking. I don't want to like say like a religion. Not like
I mean,
that
like,
you would worship it, but
Like
the
yeah.
gym-
following in the sense of a following, yes, I would
Yeah.
agree with that. Like
Yeah.
you have to be 100% in it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? There
or
is
else
no-
you're not going to achieve like the
There
best
is no
results.
50%. You're gonna work out for a week and then you're gonna be done. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
The lifestyle. That was a
Yeah.
Lifestyles.
Analogy.
Mhm.
That's
But like I think like the gym, I think of the gym as like a church. You know, you go in
the
and
Church of Iron.
yeah,
The Church of Game.
people go into like church, right, and they pray and they worship and they
get
kind
shit
of
done.
like and then when they go into church, they like
Spiritually.
they leave all the problems behind them.
Yeah.
It's just you and God. Like
There you go.
for me, it's just you and the barbell, and like that's it. And then there's nothing else you have to do except lift.
But like it sounds funny, but
No,
it's
yeah.
like a super like healthy
it's-
thing. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like
100%.
everybody should have that thing in their life where like you stop for a second.
Yeah.
And you focus on that one thing.
You can
and
drop
you just leave
everything.
all the bullshit at the door. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And if you don't, like, that's what you see, like, the people who are constantly, like, on edge. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have that release,
Yeah.
and that's the
Yeah,
other thing
honestly.
about releasing, like, or about lifting, you know, it's
Yeah.
the release of it. You know what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying? As well as that moment where you get
Yeah.
to take that time.
It's
So,
like you're alone
Dealing with
time,
all that
yeah,
Mhm.
to get away
stress.
from people,
Mhm.
whatnot.
especially in college, like, getting away from the schoolwork,
Yeah.
like, it's been a blessing, dude. You know what I'm saying?
You just put your headphones in, you can really like connect.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's what, like, leading into you guys lifting, like, you guys, like, I don't know, like, where you started or if you started in high school or whatever, but, like, I feel like now, more that, like, since we've lifted together and stuff like that, you guys have, like, kind of, like, taken some of that from me, and I, like, see it, like, when you send videos and,
100%.
hey, this is my
Yeah.
progress and this and that, then you, like,
For sure.
you realize that it's something more than just, like, working out. It's, like, something that you really, like, take seriously.
Mm-hmm. But I can honestly say that, like, having, like, you know, like, we have a group chat, right, where we, like, it's just us three, right, and we send all of our stuff together, you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
we get
always-
progress
yeah.
and stuff, you know, you gotta have that, bro. It's like,
Being sick nasty.
so,
Exactly.
and, like, having that for me is, like, a great outlet, because I know that over
Literally.
anyone else in the world, if I want someone's opinion on the progress I'm making,
Or
the
critique.
way I look,
Feedback.
feedback in
whatnot, yeah.
general, you know, I'm gonna come to one of you guys.
Yeah.
because
Like
you guys
how
are
to
going to tell
improve.
me, like, how many times have I come to you guys and I've been like really excited about something?
Uh-huh.
You guys kind of shit on it. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
that's
'cause
what you
it's-
need to do.
yeah.
That's respect. You know what I'm saying? It's
We
helping
want the
me
bro
grow.
to
Like,
go
not
in the right way.
sugarcoating
We
it.
don't want to
Yeah.
falsely hype you up and be like, oh yeah, dude, you look.
I think that's a bad thing. Is like some people think that they're like doing everything right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people think that like, oh, I'm doing a great job, but like meanwhile their form is terrible, and then like years down the line their shoulders destroyed because they bench strong, their bodies all like fucked up, you know, because they never did things right the first way, and they didn't like take criticism.
Yeah.
And
Like,
that's
literally,
not what
though.
lifting is about. You know what I'm saying? The lifting is about growing as a person. So if you're practicing that and doing it wrong, you know, that's going to carry into other things in
Other
your life.
things,
That's
yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
character thing. It's
Yeah.
like
100%.
it's whether you want to do things right or if you just want to go out and do things.
Or just half-ass things.
Yeah.
You just half-ass things, and you'll never get anything
and
done
like
in
I
life.
can honestly say, lifting's taught me a lot about myself that I
Oh, yeah.
didn't know before I
100%.
lifted. You know what I'm saying? Like
You have so much more potential than
yeah,
you
like
really
I
than
stopped
you realize.
making excuses. You know what I'm
Excuses,
saying? Like because
bullshit.
lifting is one of those things where like if you start making excuses, it's like it's a tumble effect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just gonna keep
It's like what Evan
happening.
said. It's a lifestyle.
Mhm.
Like,
for sure.
or like what religion. Like
If you have a half-ass
to-
lifestyle, like literally, that's exactly how it like
Mhm.
correlates.
yeah, mentality and whatnot. But
Yeah,
how you said like
mentality,
the characteristic of like or lifting is a characteristic. Like it shows like it builds upon you. That's
Your
like
character.
Yeah,
sorry, I like got confused. That's like kind of what got me into lifting in high school was through sports and my coaches. Lifting was more than just like bodybuilding or not bodybuilding, but instead of getting strong for the sport, it was building the person up. Like it was to build our character. It wasn't to see who the strongest was. Obviously, we had
yeah.
competitions among us.
And it's cool to see like who's the strongest
Oh
and all
yeah,
that
like
stuff.
who can like there was this one guy, 17. He was squatting 600 pounds.
Yeah.
That dude's
and that's
crazy,
that's
bro.
the other thing. I mean, like I don't give a shit that you guys are that much taller than me. You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be as big as you guys are. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
It's the goal part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like
And it's like your potential
Mhm.
as like you reaching your potential, not looking at someone and saying, "Oh, I want to be exactly like them,"
Uh-huh.
but more like I want to be to my full potential as they are to their full potential. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
So like, I don't really want to. Oh, I guess use this analogy, but like a big glass of water filled to the top, and then your like small glass only filled halfway. You're like, okay, I'm gonna fill my glass the rest of the way, right? So that way it's full. Maybe it's not as big. Maybe your genetics aren't exactly the same, but at least you did like as max effort
What
as you
you
could.
can do.
Yeah, to get
Yeah.
to the top.
You gotta be careful with that though. Like in
I feel
terms
like
of
going
like,
too hard.
like stopping myself at that point. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? Oh, like
Like I got to be careful that I'm not saying that this is enough because I think my glass is full. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you might think you have like a bigger glass than what Evan portrayed you to have, or
In a way, like
Not that, but always pushing the envelope.
Mhm.
Like always
That's-
going
yeah.
past.
like not worrying about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
worrying that there are genetic differences between us and there are
Yeah,
just
don't
life
think-
differences between us. And
Yeah.
like, I found that the best way for me to keep going has been to not care about that and
Mm-hmm.
to whether you guys have better genetics than me. If I fail, I fail. You know.
Yeah.
But like I'm going for what a person
Yeah.
like,
Exactly.
like you know what I'm saying? Like you've
Yeah.
been in it longer, so like
And it
I
comes
don't
with
give a
time.
shit
It
if
comes
you're
with
taller than
time
me,
too.
You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be as big as you. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
And I think that comes with time. Being like getting bigger, getting more shredded, getting more muscle tone, and like your muscle memory, and like literally everything about the composition of your body comes with over time. Because if you think about things like over time, consistently doing it over and over again, maybe like say you get into it for like a month, right? And then you're like, hey, I'm going to take steroids because I'm not achieving the results that I want to get. So you didn't give it enough time is what I'm saying in the first place. You have to give it time, and you have to allow for like you have to allow for
SARS or
SARS.
SARS.
Not
Should we talk about it?
I heard that
We just talk about
first
it now?
cycle is cheap or something like that. You guys hear that?
No, I didn't hear that because I never looked into it. God damn it.
Nah,
train of
just-
thought off. My bad. I didn't mean to. do
Should we
that.
go into that? Why I'm talking about SARS?
Well, that's because
I don't want to say. We could just use it as an example.
Yeah.
Okay, so say your friend has been lifting for, I don't know, consistent like 5 months, and this isn't like a way to like say something bad about someone we know. It's more like, if you hear this, like, listen to it and really take it like seriously, because if you've only been lifting for 6 months, right, and you're like, dang, I don't have abs yet, I don't have big biceps.
If you're just bitching.
Yeah, if you're complaining or like, oh, I think this will do this for me or whatever, then I think the reality is you need to like take a step back, look around you and like look what you can improve your diet, improve, work harder in the gym, max capacity, everything that you can do before taking some performance enhancing drug.
Yeah.
Because I would,
If we're gonna be honest, it's cheating.
yeah, no, it
It's
literally
fucking
is.
cheating.
And I
Like,
believe
it
it's
is.
cheating. It's cheating.
Yeah.
It's coming back to the half-ass.
Yeah.
You're not willing to put in the work, and the people who are big don't look at themselves and they're like, oh, my favorite thing about this all is how big I am. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's that process. It's the
process
it's
of
getting
building up.
yourself
Yeah.
past barriers that you didn't think you could get past.
Exactly.
Having a
And
You know,
breaking that
going through
and
it.
having that mentality and like, and understanding that like, oh, I really can do this. Maybe I just didn't try hard enough. Like, always take a step back and constantly rethink
Self-reflection is so fucking important.
Yeah.
And not only lifting, like in life in general.
everything.
Self-reflection is so important, because going through life, sometimes things get fast and you can't really fully gauge the situation in which you're in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It takes take a second back, because like sometimes I'll be like, oh, I had this whole conversation, arguments with us is a perfect.
Yeah.
I've grown so much from me and you arguing,
Uh-huh.
because
As you should.
things that I hear in
Yeah.
that argument
Yeah.
sound different after I think about it later. You know what I'm saying?
I always-
in the moment where
in the
feelings
moment,
are
it's not-
escalated
yeah.
and stuff like that.
When
you tend
emotions
to-
take over.
You tend to
Step
assume
back,
more than to actually react to what's going on.
Yeah.
That was good. That was fucking hit that right on the head of the nail.
But when I started lifting, so my story is different than yours, similar to yours,
Okay.
in the fact that I started in high school, and it was because I was a bitch, flat out. You know, when you take off your shirt, you look in the mirror, and you're like, I'm not fucking happy with that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? When I got to the point where like I didn't want to take my shirt off, you know, and I was
I've
skinny.
been there.
Because you looked like
I've
a
been
skeleton.
there.
Yeah,
I was
skinny, like, and like most fat
Honestly,
people
though,
are like, I don't want to
yeah.
take my shirt off because I'm fat, but mine
Yeah,
was the
that's-
complete other end of the. It was because I was so fucking skinny.
I was pasty.
Fat
and I was
shaming
fat.
and
Yeah.
skinny shaming are both like they're both just body image issues.
Yeah. And like,
Which is
so
cool.
obviously, when I got into lifting in high school, I had no research. I had none of that. You know, I didn't watch the YouTube videos. I didn't have friends that like I had friends I lifted with, but our goal was the same, and just to get fucking bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I was in there every day. Got a membership to Planet Fitness, doing arms, doing chest.
Yeah.
It didn't really fluctuate much from that. I'd hop on the leg press a couple times, but that was only because I had bigger quads. It made me feel better about myself. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Work the thing that's a lot of things
What's
people
easiest?
do. Ego lifting.
Mhm.
It's just lifting just to like doing the one thing that you're good at.
Yeah.
Instead
And,
of like
like my
pointing
arms
things
looked
out.
big.
Yeah.
My chest looked big
Well, yeah.
to the normal eye, you know, but it I don't want to say it was fake, because it wasn't fake muscle. It was still there.
yeah.
But it didn't have the full potential that it could have had.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so now, like, I grew my arms and my chest really fast. And so when I first started off here, I expected the same thing to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you do the right things, that stuff takes longer. And it's hard for
Oh,
you
yeah.
to conceptualize, you know what I'm saying? And think about.
And wait for it.
Yeah,
And have
the
the
wait is
patience
harder.
too.
Yeah. Being
And-
patient and just.
And I think
driven.
just after a while, I stopped falling in love with getting bigger. I still like getting bigger, you know, but it's not my end of the day MO, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
it's
Your
not my
goal.
judgment on myself. I fell in love with the struggle. I fell in love with breaking past barriers, and you know, doing things right, like
Yeah.
doing things by the book. And I can honestly say, ever since I've started lifting, I've taken school so much more seriously. I'm doing the things that I thought were unnecessary before, because the same things that it correlates into each other. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because the same things that I thought were unnecessary in lifting were necessary for me to grow.
Yeah.
it could have helped me get better if
Yeah.
I didn't think about it, but it helped me grow in the end game.
Yeah, like when you actually do what really needs to be
In
done.
school, like in high school, I was like, "Fuck studying.
Yeah.
You got me.
Screw that.
I'm not studying. I'll take the test when I take the test. If I get a good grade, I'll get a good fucking grade. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I know your mentality changes from college to high school, but it's like I started studying and like my shit's together now. I'm not
Exactly.
stressed about school.
Yeah.
And,
And you
know,
feel like
shit
you're
that.
like, sometimes I feel like some people don't read the book. I'll be honest, like sometimes I'll read the book. And when you really read the book for
Dude,
class,
dude,
you retain a lot of
dude.
knowledge. I'm
There's a
not
lot of
gonna lie.
You're like-
I wonder why.
But it's stupid. But it's true.
It is
like,
stupid because they're like, oh, read, like
I agree.
50
Like,
through 80. Page
that's
50 through, I'm like,
ridiculous,
no, I'm not
plus
reading
the
that.
I'll
amount of-
skim the first 2 pages and then I'll pretend like I
Yeah,
flipped it.
or I'll just go to
stuff
like
we
the
have to get done, or what's the rule?
Yeah.
It's like you have
your
what?
credit hour class.
It's
If
like
you have a 3 credit hour
You should
class
spend 3 hours
per day
per day for that class. Which
for
is
that
just,
class.
It's not logical. That's not like it's never gonna happen.
No,
Especially with
So-
having a social life.
Yeah, unless
with
unless-
having any life whatsoever, or
Yeah,
any,
exactly.
or
Yeah.
being
Basically
healthy or
just
being a human being.
Homework in the gym. That's it.
Yeah, but no, that's a good point that you make is how it correlates to things and like not only lifting but like everything else in life.
It's totally
Like you
changes
said,
your
it's
life.
your character.
You know what I'm saying?
It does
It-
changes your character like intensely.
And
I think it's
I'll be
like-
honest, like doing the self reflections now and looking myself in the beginning. I was a good person,
Yeah,
but I was disgusted with some of the stuff that I let myself get away with.
yeah, yeah.
Just disgusted, and it's like hard to look back at.
You look
yourself
back
and
at
be
that.
Disgusted,
You
know what I'm
look. You
saying?
think that you're like a joke. Like you look at yourself unfavorably
But
because
that's the
true.
growth. That's what that
You gotta
is,
be
and
able to push through
I'm
it.
happy now to say that I'm not that person anymore, and like I've grown in areas that I didn't even mean to.
Yeah.
yeah,
It just all fell in place because I got my shit together. Basically, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Should we move on to the next? That was
That
pretty
was good.
intense.
That
How
was
many?
gas.
What are we at right now?
Like
20,
25?
26 minutes.
that was really good.
Do you wanna?
Dang, should we talk about spring break or should we talk a little bit more about I guess life in general and wrap it up and save this for another?
Oh no, kind
My
of.
only concern is like the camera might sometimes the camera will overheat and then it'll turn off. All right, guys. Well, I guess that's going to be a wrap up for today's podcast. If you enjoyed any of the topics that we talked about, please, leave comments down below. Give us your experience and stuff on life and how lifting, changed your life if you lift, or if you haven't lifted, then like get into it and have the experiences that we're having. You guys have any final?
No, I think that like if you comment and like if you relate to any of like the beginning of the lifting, because it's fun for people who lift to talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so like it's interesting to hear other people's stories. So like I'd for sure be down to like
Yeah,
read those and check those out for sure.
Read the comments and reply in like the next video. Do you have anything?
Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and no, I guess we'll see you in the next podcast.
Yeah,
so-
get bigger
Yeah.
Get-
or die trying.
Get big or
Yeah.
die. Get big or
BOD.
die. Thanks, guys, for watching the podcast, and we'll see you guys in the next one.